Welcome to my channel World of Coins, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The Jefferson Nickel is one of the most recognized coins in American coinage, and the year 1989 holds a special place in the long history of this series. At first glance, the 1989 nickel might look like just another ordinary coin you'd find in your pocket change, but for collectors, it can carry far more intrigue and even surprising value. The Jefferson Nickel was first issued in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel. The U.S. Mint wanted a design that honored Thomas Jefferson, the nation's third president and author of the Declaration of Independence. His portrait became the face of the coin, while his famous home, Monticello, was chosen for the reverse. By 1989, the Jefferson Nickel had been in circulation for more than 50 years, and while its design had gone through slight refinements, the familiar portrait and Monticello remained central to its identity. Collectors continue to look for high-quality examples of the coin, especially in uncirculated condition. The obverse of the 1989 nickel features Jefferson's left-facing profile. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" appear clearly, along with the date 1989. For many, this design represents both tradition and continuity in American coinage. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, is displayed in classical detail. Above it appears the word Monticello, while the denomination 5 cents and the country's name, United States of America, frame the bottom of the design. In 1989, nickels were struck at multiple mints, including Philadelphia and Denver. Each mint left its own mark, with the Philadelphia coins bearing no mint mark at the time, while the Denver coins carried the familiar D beneath the date. The San Francisco Mint also produced proof coins in 1989. These proof strikes, made for collectors, display mirror-like backgrounds and frosted details, making them some of the most beautiful examples of the Jefferson Nickel. Most 1989 Jefferson Nickels that circulated heavily are worth little more than face value today. However, the true treasures lie in the coins that escaped wear, damage, or production flaws, preserving their mint-fresh appearance. Collectors especially prize nickels that grade at the very top of the scale. A 1989 nickel in mint state 67 or higher can bring in impressive premiums, given how rare such flawless strikes are. Even small blemishes can make the difference between an ordinary coin and a highly valuable one. Error coins are another fascinating aspect of the 1989 nickel. When minting mistakes occur, they can produce unique and collectible varieties. Examples include off-center strikes, double dies, and even coins struck on the wrong planchet. These unusual errors are what turn everyday pocket change into valuable collector's pieces. The 1989 nickel, with its large mintage, provides fertile ground for such errors to appear. And when they do, they are quickly sought after in the numismatic market. Proof coins from 1989 can also hold considerable value. When preserved in pristine condition, with strong cameo contrast, these coins display remarkable beauty and can fetch strong prices among dedicated collectors. One of the reasons modern Jefferson Nickels like the 1989 issue remain so interesting is the challenge of finding truly exceptional examples. Billions of coins may have been produced, but only a tiny fraction survive in the kind of condition that excites collectors. The Jefferson Nickel is also deeply tied to American history. Thomas Jefferson's image represents ideals of democracy, liberty, and intellectual curiosity, while Monticello symbolizes his personal life and contributions to architecture and science. For collectors, holding a Jefferson Nickel is like holding a piece of that history. The 1989 coin connects us to both the legacy of Jefferson and the ongoing tradition of American coinage. The year 1989 also reflected an era of change in American life. Technology was advancing, the Cold War was nearing its end, and the U.S. Mint was modernizing its equipment. Yet even in this time of progress, small errors and surprises in minting created rarities for collectors to discover. Coin roll hunters in particular enjoy searching for 1989 nickels. With patience, they might stumble upon an error coin or an unusually well-preserved piece that stands out from the rest. This sense of treasure hunting is what keeps the hobby exciting. Another aspect that makes the 1989 nickel fascinating is its role in the continuity of American coinage. While designs on quarters, dimes, and dollars have changed over the years, the Jefferson nickel remained largely the same until 2004, making the 1989 issue part of a long and unbroken tradition. Collectors also appreciate the artistry of the coin. Though familiar, the Jefferson portrait and Monticello design offer a sense of elegance and timelessness that keeps the coin relevant even after decades of circulation. Over the years, stories have emerged of people discovering valuable nickels among their spare change. The 1989 issue is no exception, with certain rare examples fetching astonishing prices at auction. For beginners in coin collecting, the 1989 Jefferson nickel offers an excellent learning opportunity. It teaches about mint marks, condition grading, proof coins, and the importance of rarity. For experts, it represents a chance to add high-grade or unusual error examples to their collections. The 1989 nickel is a reminder that even modern coins can be highly collectible. You don't have to go back to the 1800s or earlier to find coins that are worth real money. Sometimes, the treasure lies in the modern pocket change we overlook. Each Jefferson nickel also tells a story of endurance. A coin minted in 1989 may have passed through countless hands, traveled across the country, and witnessed decades of change before landing in a collection. When preserved in pristine condition, however, it becomes a time capsule. A perfect 1989 nickel reflects the exact state of American coinage more than 30 years ago, frozen in flawless detail. This is the beauty of numismatics. It blends history, artistry, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. The 1989 Jefferson nickel embodies all of these qualities in a single small coin. Collectors will continue to seek out the finest examples of this coin, whether proof strikes, rare errors, or the highest graded circulation strikes. Each one adds a piece to the larger puzzle of American coin history, and while most 1989 nickels may forever remain worth only 5 cents, the rarest examples prove that even ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. So the next time you spot a 1989 nickel, take a closer look. You might just be holding a hidden treasure in your hand, and in the most remarkable cases, certain rare examples of the 1989 Jefferson nickel 5 cent have been sold for an incredible $83,000. Top 2. The Jefferson nickel has been one of the most reliable and recognizable coins in American history, and the year 1990 is one that still sparks interest among collectors. While at first glance the 1990 nickel may appear to be just another ordinary coin from pocket change, it can hold surprising secrets of rarity and value. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. The United States Mint wanted a new design that paid tribute to Thomas Jefferson, one of the nation's most influential founding fathers and the third President of the United States. The portrait of Jefferson has graced the obverse of the nickel ever since, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. By 1990, the design had already been in use for more than 50 years, continuing to represent American heritage. With every strike. On the front of the 1990 nickel, we see Jefferson's left-facing profile. The word liberty is written in a flowing script, accompanied by the motto "In God We Trust" and the year 1990. For everyday people, it was just a coin. For collectors, it represented tradition. The reverse side of the coin showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home. The neoclassical architecture is captured in detailed lines, along with the inscriptions Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. Above it all stands the motto E pluribus unum, reminding us of unity from diversity. The 1990 Jefferson nickel was struck at 3 U.S. mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint contributed to the year's production, and each has coins that are sought after by different groups of collectors. Philadelphia struck the coins without a mint mark, producing hundreds of millions that entered everyday circulation. Denver added its D mint mark, also striking coins for wide distribution across the United States. San Francisco, however, produced special proof coins. These proof nickels were not meant for circulation but rather for collectors. Their mirror-like backgrounds and frosted features make them some of the most attractive examples of the 1990 issue. Despite their large mintage, most 1990 nickels are worth only their face value of 5 cents. The true treasures are those that stand out because of their condition, rarity, or striking errors. These are the coins that capture the attention of numismatists. High-grade coins are especially important. A 1990 nickel preserved in mint state condition, showing no signs of wear, can command strong premiums. When graded as mint state 67 or higher, such coins become truly scarce. Error coins are another exciting element of the 1990 nickel. Mistakes in the minting process can result in fascinating varieties, from off-center strikes to double die errors and coins struck on the wrong planchet. Each error tells a unique story of how it slipped past mint inspections. Some collectors focus specifically on these error nickels, as no two are exactly alike. A rare 1990 nickel with a dramatic error can turn an ordinary pocket coin into a piece worth thousands of dollars. Proof coins from San Francisco also provide intrigue. In perfect deep cameo condition, where the frosted devices contrast sharply with the reflective surfaces, they are admired for their beauty and can reach impressive values at auction. The Jefferson Nickel's long-standing design contributes to its collectability. While the coin would not undergo a redesign until the early 2000s, the 1990 issue still represented the stability and continuity of American coinage. Beyond design and condition, the Jefferson Nickel also carries with it a deeper connection to history. Jefferson was a symbol of independence, innovation, and leadership, and every nickel is a reminder of his role in shaping the nation. The year 1990 itself was a significant moment in American and world history. It was a time of transition, as the Cold War came to a close and technology was advancing rapidly. The nickels struck during this period can be seen as small witnesses to a changing world. Coin roll hunters enjoy searching for the 1990 nickel in uncirculated condition. The thrill of finding a coin that has survived for decades without wear is part of what makes collecting so exciting. Stories from collectors often highlight the surprises hidden in common-looking coins. More than once, a 1990 nickel pulled from circulation has turned out to be something rare and valuable. This unpredictability is one of the most appealing aspects of numismatics. You never know when an ordinary coin might reveal itself as something extraordinary. The artistry of the 1990 nickel is another reason collectors appreciate it. Jefferson's portrait is instantly recognizable, and Monticello's design gives the coin a dignified elegance that remains timeless. Every coin also tells a story of endurance. A 1990 nickel could have passed through countless hands, traveled across states, and been used in thousands of small transactions before ending up in a collection. Yet, when a coin from 1990 is found in absolutely pristine condition, it becomes like a preserved artifact. It allows us to see the craftsmanship of the mint exactly as it was over 30 years ago. Collectors prize these untouched examples, as they are increasingly rare with each passing year. While billions of nickels were struck, few survive today without scratches, wear, or marks. The 1990 Jefferson Nickel demonstrates that coin collecting isn't just about ancient or precious metal coins. Even modern nickels can be worth significant amounts when rarity, condition, and demand come together. For beginners, the 1990 nickel is a great way to start learning about grading, mint marks, and the world of error coins. For seasoned collectors, it represents a chance to discover varieties and high-grade examples that add depth to their collection. Numismatics blends history, artistry, and treasure hunting, and the 1990 Jefferson Nickel fits perfectly within that world. It may seem small, but it holds big stories for those who take the time to appreciate it. Every coin has the potential to surprise us, and the 1990 nickel is proof of that. A coin that many overlook can suddenly turn into a prized possession when found in extraordinary condition. So, the next time you see a 1990 Jefferson Nickel in your change, don't ignore it. Take a moment to look closer. You never know if you might be holding a hidden gem, and in the most remarkable cases, certain rare examples of the 1990 Jefferson Nickel 5 cent have been sold for an incredible $80,000. Top 3. The Jefferson Nickel is one of those coins that has quietly moved through American life for decades, often overlooked, yet carrying a wealth of history and hidden value. The year 1991 is no exception, and for collectors, the nickels from that year can reveal surprising treasures. The Jefferson Nickel was first struck in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel that had circulated for 25 years. The new design honored Thomas Jefferson, America's third president, and featured his portrait on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. By 1991, the Jefferson Nickel design had already been in use for more than half a century, becoming one of the most recognizable coins in American currency. Though millions were produced, collectors know that not all coins are created equal. The obverse of the 1991 nickel shows Jefferson's profile facing left, surrounded by the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date. It's a simple yet dignified image that has stood the test of time. On the reverse, Monticello takes center stage. The neoclassical architecture of Jefferson's Virginia estate is carefully engraved, with the words Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America completing the design. Above it all appears the nation's motto, E pluribus unum. The 1991 Jefferson nickel was struck at two primary mints for circulation, Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia coins carried no mint mark, while Denver coins bore the familiar D below the date. Each had massive production runs, but hidden within those millions were coins of extraordinary quality. San Francisco also produced proof coins in 1991. These were made specifically for collectors, struck with highly polished dies that created mirror-like surfaces and frosted details. Proof examples stand apart from circulation strikes due to their incredible beauty. At first glance, most 1991 nickels are only worth their face value of 5 cents. But collectors search for coins that are exceptional, those that have been preserved without wear, carry unusual errors, or were struck with extra care. High-grade examples are especially prized. A 1991 nickel that has survived in mint state 67 or higher condition is incredibly scarce, as most coins quickly acquired marks and scratches during circulation. Error coins also add excitement to the 1991 nickel story. Sometimes the minting process went wrong, producing off-center strikes, double dies, or nickels struck on the wrong metal planchet. These errors are unique and often command high prices at auction. For collectors, discovering such an error coin is like finding buried treasure in the most ordinary of places. That possibility is what makes even modern nickels fascinating to study. Proof coins from San Francisco are also highly collectible. When found in perfect deep cameo condition, with strong frosted contrast against mirror-like fields, they become showcase pieces in any collection point. One of the joys of numismatics is how it connects everyday objects to history. The 1991 nickel, though modern, represents continuity in American coinage and carries Jefferson's legacy forward into a new era. Jefferson himself is a figure of immense importance in American history. As author of the Declaration of Independence and a champion of democracy, his image on the nickel symbolizes ideals that continue to shape the nation. The year 1991 was also a transitional time in history. The world was changing rapidly with the end of the Cold War and advances in technology. Coins minted during that year are silent witnesses to those historical shifts. Collectors often speak about the thrill of searching through rolls of coins from banks, hoping to uncover a high-grade or error example. The 1991 nickel is one such target, with plenty of surprises waiting to be discovered. The artistry of the coin deserves attention as well. Jefferson's portrait, though familiar, reflects strength and character, while Monticello gives the reverse a touch of classical beauty. Together, they make the Jefferson nickel timeless. While billions of nickels were minted in 1991, only a handful of them have become truly valuable. This rarity among abundance is what drives collectors to look closely at even the most common coins. Stories of collectors finding extraordinary nickels among ordinary change continue to inspire new generations of numismatists. The 1991 issue, with its hidden rarities, is part of that ongoing adventure. For new collectors, the 1991 nickel provides a perfect entry point. It's easy to find, affordable to start with, yet offers lessons in mint marks, condition grading, proof coins, and error varieties. For advanced collectors, the challenge lies in securing the very best examples, whether it's a top-graded mint state coin, a flawless proof, or an unusual mint error. Each represents a special piece of numismatic history. The 1991 nickel reminds us that treasure can be hiding in plain sight. A coin that looks ordinary might, under the right conditions, be worth thousands of dollars. Every coin also tells a journey. A 1991 nickel may have circulated through countless hands, traveled across the country, and participated in thousands of everyday transactions before being set aside as collectible, but when preserved in pristine condition, it becomes a time capsule, showing us exactly what American coinage looked like more than 30 years ago. Numismatics is about more than money, it's about history, artistry, and discovery. The 1991 Jefferson nickel combines all of these elements into one small yet powerful piece of metal. Even today, collectors actively seek out the finest examples of the 1991 issue. The coin remains a reminder that every nickel has a story to tell, and some of those stories are worth far more than 5 cents. So the next time you come across a nickel dated 1991, take a closer look. You never know whether you're holding an ordinary coin or something truly extraordinary, and in the most remarkable cases, certain rare examples of the 1991 Jefferson Nickel 5 cent have been sold for an incredible $77,000. Top 4. The Jefferson Nickel has been part of American life for generations, moving through our hands in everyday transactions, often unnoticed. But hidden among these simple coins are treasures that carry stories of history, design, and remarkable value. The year 1994 is one such chapter in the Jefferson Nickel's long journey. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Its design honored Thomas Jefferson, one of America's most influential founding fathers, who served as the nation's third president. His home, Monticello, was chosen as the reverse image, linking the coin to his personal legacy. By the time 1994 rolled around, the Jefferson Nickel design had already been in circulation for over 5 decades. While familiar to the American people, it remained a constant reminder of Jefferson's role in shaping the United States. On the obverse, the 1994 nickel displays Jefferson's left-facing portrait. The words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" are inscribed along with the date, creating a simple but powerful statement of national values. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's elegant Virginia estate. Its neoclassical structure is beautifully detailed, with the inscriptions Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. Above it stands the enduring motto E pluribus unum. In 1994, the United States Mint struck Jefferson Nickels at both the Philadelphia and Denver facilities. Philadelphia's coins carried no mint mark, while Denver's bore the familiar D just beneath the date on the obverse. San Francisco contributed proof nickels in 1994. These were not intended for circulation but were specially made for collectors, with mirror-like surfaces and frosted details that bring out every line of the design. While millions of nickels were produced in 1994, only a tiny fraction have become truly valuable. Most nickels from this year are worth no more than their face value of 5 cents, but rare varieties and exceptional condition pieces can be worth thousands. High-grade examples are particularly prized. A 1994 Jefferson nickel that grades mint state 67 or higher is incredibly scarce. Finding a coin without marks, scratches, or wear is a challenge, making them treasures for serious collectors. Errors are another area where the 1994 nickel shines. Off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchet create unique rarities. Each error coin tells a story of how it slipped through the mint's quality control. Collectors love error coins because no two are alike. A dramatic error can make a 1994 nickel not just rare, but one of a kind, boosting its value far beyond expectations. Proof nickels from San Francisco are also sought after in the highest grades. When found in deep cameo condition, with stark contrast between the frosted portrait and the reflective background, these coins stand as miniature works of art. The Jefferson nickel itself holds special meaning. Jefferson was not only president, but also author of the Declaration of Independence, a diplomat, an inventor, and a visionary. His portrait on the nickel symbolizes intellect, democracy, and leadership. By 1994, the United States was experiencing rapid technological growth and cultural shifts. While the world was changing, the nickel remained unchanged, a small piece of continuity in people's daily lives. Collectors often describe the thrill of searching through rolls of coins from banks. The idea that an ordinary 1994 nickel could turn out to be something rare is what keeps the excitement of numismatics alive. The artistry of the coin adds to its appeal. Jefferson's thoughtful expression and the architectural lines of Monticello make the design timeless, still admired decades after its creation. Each 1994 nickel also carries its own journey. Some may have traveled across the country, passing through countless hands, while others were preserved untouched in collections or coin sets. When preserved in pristine condition, a 1994 nickel becomes a time capsule. It shows us exactly how American coinage looked over 30 years ago, before scratches and where took their toll. Stories of collectors discovering rare nickels in everyday change inspire others to start looking closely at their coins. The 1994 nickel is a perfect example of why no coin should be overlooked. For beginners, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel is a great introduction to the world of collecting. It teaches about mint marks, proof coins, and the importance of condition. For experts, it offers the challenge of finding rare errors, flawless proofs, and top-graded circulation strikes that add depth to their collections. The 1994 nickel reminds us that not all treasure is buried or hidden away. Sometimes, it's right there in the palm of your hand, waiting to be recognized. Numismatics blends history, artistry, and the thrill of discovery. The 1994 nickel fits all of these elements, making it an exciting piece of American coinage to study and collect. Though billions were minted, only a small number have achieved remarkable value. This rarity among abundance is what makes certain 1994 nickels so desirable. Auction results have shown that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for rare 1994 nickels, especially those in top condition or with striking errors. Every nickel is more than just currency, it's a tiny piece of America's story. And the 1994 nickel carries with it Jefferson's ideals and the craftsmanship of U.S. coinage. The search for rare 1994 nickels continues today, proving that modern coins can be just as rewarding as older ones. So, the next time you come across a nickel dated 1994, take a moment to look closely. What seems ordinary could turn out to be extraordinary, and in the most remarkable cases, certain rare examples of the 1994 Jefferson Nickel 5 cent have been sold for an incredible $68,000. Top 5. The Jefferson Nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and while most people see it only as an ordinary coin, every year brings something unique to the series. The year 2023 is no different, and it offers collectors an exciting opportunity to study one of America's most enduring coins. The Jefferson Nickel honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, a man whose ideas helped shape democracy and freedom in America. His portrait on the nickel is a reminder of his legacy. On the obverse of the 2023 nickel, Jefferson's modernized portrait is seen in a bold design. His gaze is strong, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" accompanying his face, along with the year 2023. The reverse of the coin showcases Monticello, Jefferson's beautiful Virginia home. This iconic building has been the centerpiece of the nickel for decades, standing as a symbol of architecture, history, and Jefferson's personal life. The inscriptions on the reverse include Monticello, 5 cents, United States of America, and the timeless motto E pluribus unum. Together, these words highlight both Jefferson's influence and the nation's ideals. The 2023 Jefferson Nickel was struck at multiple mints. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint struck pieces with a small D mark. The San Francisco Mint created proof coins with the S mint mark. Each of these coins serves a different purpose. Philadelphia and Denver nickels are made for circulation, while San Francisco's proof versions are intended for collectors, featuring mirrored surfaces and sharp designs. Though billions of nickels circulate every year, only a small portion capture collector attention. For the 2023 nickel, condition, rarity, and errors are the main factors that determine value. High-grade 2023 nickels are especially appealing. When a coin has no scratches, marks, or signs of wear, it can receive a mint state grade of 67 or higher, which makes it valuable to collectors. Errors are another fascinating part of the 2023 nickel story. Coins struck off-center, double dies, or even those with planchet mistakes can turn an ordinary nickel into a prized rarity. Error coins are often considered treasures because they are one of a kind. Each mistake is unique, making them exciting to discover and highly collectible. Proof nickels from San Francisco are especially prized in deep cameo condition. The frosted portrait of Jefferson against a mirror-like background is a stunning visual effect. Even though 2023 may seem like a modern year, collectors know that today's coins can become tomorrow's rarities. That is why the Jefferson Nickel from 2023 is already getting attention. The artistry of the design adds to its appeal. Jefferson's detailed portrait and the stately lines of Monticello connect modern America with its historic roots. Each coin has a story. Some nickels travel through countless hands in circulation, while others are carefully preserved in mint sets and collector albums. When a 2023 nickel is kept in pristine condition, it becomes a time capsule for the future. Decades from now, collectors will look back and admire these coins as snapshots of the past. Searching through pocket change is part of the thrill. Collectors often find surprises when carefully examining their coins, and the 2023 nickel is no exception. For new collectors, the 2023 nickel is a great starting point. It teaches important lessons about mint marks, proof coins, grading, and the importance of condition. For seasoned numismatists, the challenge lies in locating top-quality pieces and rare errors that add depth and value to their collections. This coin is also a reminder of Jefferson's legacy. He was more than a president, he was a writer, thinker, and visionary who helped define American ideals. Numismatics brings together history, design, and the excitement of discovery. The 2023 nickel fits perfectly into this world, offering something meaningful to both casual collectors and experts. The search for rare 2023 nickels will continue for years to come. Some may remain in circulation, while others will be treasured in collections. Though billions were made, only a handful stand out as truly valuable. These are the coins that bring excitement and inspire collectors to keep searching. Auction results already show that collectors are willing to pay surprising amounts for rare 2023 nickels in pristine condition or with dramatic mint errors. It reminds us that even modern coins can hold hidden value. Treasure is not always buried, it can be right in your pocket or in a roll of change. Each time you hold a nickel dated 2023, you might be holding more than just a coin. You could be holding a small piece of American history and potential rarity. The Jefferson Nickel continues to symbolize tradition, artistry, and the stories of the people who collect them. The 2023 edition proudly carries this legacy forward. So the next time you come across a Jefferson Nickel from 2023, take a close look. That ordinary coin might turn out to be something extraordinary, and in the most remarkable cases, rare examples of the 2023 Jefferson Nickel 5 cent have been sold for an incredible $9,000.